Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and this time we're doing another revisit update of a former location that we filmed once before. Behind us here is the former Mountain Manor Resort here in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. We were here May 2018 and we did a full comprehensive tour of this place, which will be linked down below in the description. We shared a lot of the history and showed some photos when it was in operation. It opened in 1932, closed 2006. It's primarily known as a golf resort. It catered to golfers and they did a lot of banquets and weddings and parties here. It wasn't so much a family resort, but it was catered more so to golfers. November 25th, 2018, this place actually caught fire. They believe it was arson. The main building, which was right behind us here, had large columns. I will try to throw in some before images and photos and video from when we were here last time exploring it to show you how it looked then and how it looks now. I also brought the drone along too to throw it up in the air to see how it looks from the sky, but there's not much left of it. There's only a handful of buildings left. The main inner part is now gone. We're going to try and show you as much as we can. It is posted though, so we're not going to go too far in depth. But we at least want to give you an updated, revisited look here right now in 2019. So if you're ready, come along with us. So this resort is not one of the largest ones around, but it was quite popular because, again, behind here in the woods is a pretty sprawling golf course. On the other side of the road, they do have cottages and bungalows that they used to rent out, which are now, some of them are lived in by people that they purchased. But they also had across the street too, where that orange building is, they had mini golf over there, bumper boats, I believe an arcade, a recreation area. We'll try and get you some footage of that as well. But this was on the market for a long time, and I believe they actually pulled it from the market now. And they believe that the fire was started either accident by a homeless person or arson. But I'm going to show you some footage of the fire a little bit later in the video. These rooms are pretty much gutted. Not even any really furniture left inside there. Now we actually walked through this corridor here last time, which connected to the main building. And if I get past these pickers here, I'm going to try to show you how it looks, but it's really not accessible anymore. But yeah, look at this is sadly what's left of it here. This would have went into the main building here where the lobby was. They had huge fireplaces, and it's a shame now. Everything is pretty much gone.
Swing set's still out there.
Oh yeah. Surprisingly, that's intact. It's wood. Now the funny thing is too, is I actually had a family member reach out to me who her family owned the resort, and she not only thanked me for making the video of when I did, because now it's documented and preserved, but she did fill me in on a lot of the details I wasn't aware of. But it is very sad though that the family resort is no longer here. Nice little swing out there. I'm going to do a little walkthrough here. I'm going to leave the camera rolling. If you guys hear anything, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to kind of keep it quiet and see if we hear or see anything. So just keep your ears open. And I'm guessing most likely whatever is left standing is probably going to be raised at some point. But Mike and myself did walk down this corridor last time, and this was reportedly haunted too. There was a video of a guy named Robbie Maynard who was here, and he was in here and he heard some type of EVP, almost like a recorder or an operator talking in here, and there was no power at the time. But that really spooked him and spooked us when we heard that. But we came here, walked down here, went in that door, and kind of checked out those buildings. We went down the basement, I believe, down there too.
Yeah.
But we're going to go to the front now and see if we can get a better look at the remnants of what's left there. If I'm not mistaken, too, down in the basement here, too, is where we found the bumper boat motors. Didn't we find those bumper boat motors down there?
Yep.
Yeah, we found that, and we found like the nativity scene. Found nativity scene, and some of them are headless. And off in the corner here, looks to be outboard motors. These maybe bumper boats, maybe? You think?
Yeah, that would probably sound all right.
Yeah, this is the throttle.
Huh.
So they must have had a pond or a lake here with bumper boats. See, they got propeller guards. It's funny how it comes back to you. Now again, the property is posted, so we're not going really in depth. We're just kind of taking a look from the outside here. And we're going to throw up the drone soon to show you how it looks from the sky. But there was a pretty large indoor pool, which I don't know if that building's still intact or not. Man. Oh, look at though. A surviving toy, which goes perfect with my shirt. Yeah, this is insane. Wow. And look at the fireplace is still here. This is very beautiful too. I mean, I'm going to throw some footage in now showing how it looks in the lobby area in the main building here, because it was really a beautiful place. It's a shame. Multiple fireplaces. I remember in the back there was some like banquet rooms. There was a full basement we walked through. Got another set of steps. This place just keeps on going. I don't know what these are. Very surprising there's no graffiti in here, or very little graffiti. Only some broken windows. There we got ladies' room. Men's room. Another set of steps. The fireplace. Looks like there's some kind of glass case there. Down here it's all busted up and opened. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. It's a very large area, I gotta tell you. Just room after room. Wow. Maybe this was the main entrance, I'm not really sure. Maybe the other one was the business entrance, this is the guest entrance. It's a nice set of steps going up to a balcony. It's a really big fireplace here. This is a good shot of how big this room is. Very high ceilings. 2 levels. I could definitely imagine, you know, corporate events here. Businesses having parties, golf outings. crazy though is how this is melted like this. I never seen that before, like how it just kind of all molds together from the heat. It's surprising it's still here though. And when we were here last time, those back rooms there is where we started. We actually came up from behind, checked out some of those rooms. The in-ground pool was over there. The indoor skating rink is back there, the indoor pool, and then the main building here. And we were explaining this was like the smaller lobby here, the main area. That was a lounge area, and there were steps that went up, and there was a balcony over here where we were up on top looking down, which you will see in the footage. So right there is the indoor pool. It's a pretty good sized pool too. I remember standing inside of it. This is almost unrecognizable now. And this looked like the White House from the road. They had big columns out here. I don't know, somewhere around here they would have been, but big columns, a big overhang, and the building connected right to that corridor that we were just in before. That wall is leaning too. It's ready to go down. So here's a closer look. There's the pool area. Again, the adjoining, what looks like an airplane hangar, is indoor ice skating. There's some furniture out here. The in-ground pool is filled in over there, and there's more rooms and outer structures over there as well. But
Crap outside.
yeah, I saw. But this is almost completely unrecognizable. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Coming to film these locations is preserving history, because when something like this happens, if it's not documented, you know, photographs only show a small detail of a location. When we do our explorations and our videos, we really cover the places in depth. You know, we make longer videos, that's because we show you everything that's here. So even though this place is no longer here, at least we have footage of it, as well as other people, of what used to exist here. And it's also another reason as to why we don't share locations. When I put out my first video, I didn't give away the location or the name of it, and it helps us protecting its location, because vandals come and steal and vandalize and, you know, do all kinds of crap. Once the place burned, then I put the name in the video, Mountain Manor, so people could find it to see what it used to look like. But it just, you know, it kind of solidifies, you know, we're doing the right thing, even though people frown upon what we do. We're here with good intentions, just to document it, preserve it, and to help tell its story. So any thoughts so far based on what you see?
Just sad. It's just sad. I mean, there was so much here to see before, and it's like, it's just unrecognizable. You know, I can't remember like where half the stuff was. I mean, you remember like you're saying, the steps coming down were upstairs, and it just, there is no upstairs.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk around here, snap a few photos. I may or may not be doing a photo montage, but we're going to throw up the drone in the air though and show you from the sky how this place looks. But before I do that, I'm going to throw in the footage I was able to obtain of when this place was on fire back in November. So we'll kind of do a before and after as to how the building looked when it was on fire and how it looks today, the charred remains. It's almost like a labyrinth now when you look at it. It's just all different little rooms and hallways and corridors that kind of snaked its way through the basement. And we're in all of that too. It's hard to imagine. Okay, there's a radiator right there. Bed springs. But this was a pretty lavish, you know, lobby lounge area. They had furniture, chairs. I think they even had like board games or backgammon or something like that, but they really made it nice. I remember I was even in behind the lobby desk. I opened up the door to, you know, as if where people would come to check in. I remember that was a pretty tall fireplace there. It was a really tall one. It was like the eye-catching feature.
You can see the black, like the angle.
Yeah.
Went up at an angle.
Yeah, exactly what Mike said. You can see the black line. That's the way the chimney went up. It was a really tall chimney too. It was the eye-catching feature in that corner of the room. And this was, I think, a carport here. People possibly drove under here, dropped off their luggage, went in here, and then the check-in desk was somewhere, I believe, over here if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it was over here. But I do remember that big fireplace, and there were steps that went up, and you'll see, if you didn't already see the footage, there was a balcony we were on looking down into this area here. And I think there was a big chandelier too where there was like toilet paper or something hanging from it as well, if I remember. Just trying to piece it together. So you can see the posted signs here. We're not going inside the buildings, but there's a sign up there, fitness center, pool. The fitness center was right here. You can see an exercise machine, and then through that hallway and over is where it leads to the pool. You can actually smell the mold coming out of there. But here's like a mural. Oh yeah, and here's, you know, what I was describing before. This is how it used to look. It's almost like the White House there, and you see the Mountain Manor. So that was the main entry there. That's how the building used to look. And then there was the indoor ice skating rink, as I mentioned before. The in-ground pools over here. And more rooms, but not much else except some junk here. Another toy, lawnmower, basketball hoop. The door's not really keeping anything out now. Nothing behind there. You can still smell the charred wood and debris. It was definitely a nice resort. And if it was arson, it's even more sickening. No reason for it. But there was reported homeless people that were staying here, and they did say it was possibly started by them trying to keep warm, but they never ruled out exactly what happened. Alright, so we're going to head back to the car now, throw up the Blue Jay drone in the air, get some aerial footage, but again, before that happens, I will put up the footage of someone that flew their drone here the night of the fire and got aerial footage of this place burning down. So I'll show a bit of that, and then we'll transition into the modern day footage. And we're here now today, end of October 2019, so this is going to be probably the most up-to-date look that you'll see of it, and possibly the last video of it ever existing, because my guess is probably come springtime they're going to rip the rest of this place down. It's no longer salvageable, no longer on the market. The only thing that is worth saving is across the street, the mini golf, bumper boats, and recreation area, which I believe they're going to sell separately. As far as for the resort itself, it's now a forgotten memory. Okay, so now we're across the street. We're looking now towards the resort area there. This is the ice skating rink building. The rooms are back there. But across the street, as I mentioned, you saw in the drone footage, there is the recreation area here, which was geared towards families but didn't really succeed. But right here, you'll see the lights and the fence. This was the mini golf area, and we'll give you a quick glimpse as to what's left of it. From what we saw from the drone, it looks like it's a pretty extensive mini golf area, but a lot of it's been stripped. Looks like the greens are gone, and what's just left now is like walking paths and a few structures. But this is like a mill area.
Smashed the glass.
Yeah. Somebody's been there and vandalized it. Now again, you could walk through here realistically, but we're not going to because it is posted. We're going to be respectful and stay on the outside of the grounds here, but just wanted to give you a glimpse as to what's back here. But we're going to go further up though, and we're going to show you where the bumper boat area is. There's even another building there I didn't see. So we are just taking the exterior walking path around the whole mini golf area here. But it is, really overgrown now. The paths are still here, but they're kind of getting deteriorated. And it looks like the greens, like I mentioned, were ripped up from what I saw from the sky. There is a building back there though, same color scheme, same type of structure. I don't know what that's for. Oh, here's like a cave area. That may be, I'm not sure. I do know they had an arcade here, but I think that was in the main building that's over in this general direction.
Unless that might be driving range.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you might be right because the lights are showing that way. So I think that is a driving range. Oh, look at the sign. Oh, look at the outhouse here. This is weird. I don't know what that slope is. It makes it. Oh, this is built to look like a yeah, like a colliery, like a breaker. I think that's supposed to resemble like a conveyor going up into the breaker. It's just weird how they created that, and it goes to nowhere. Whew, am I glad it's cold weather right now. It's quite the beehive. Now there's a some kind of deck for a tractor. So back here there are some bungalows which I lived in. Others are abandoned. And we think that there's a driving range back there. But this building here though, last time we were here, there was actually people working here, a few guys that worked for the owner. They were in there doing whatever, and they were, questioning us what we were doing here. And we explained, and they let us look around. But as we'll show you, the building's actually been vandalized. So here we have Thunder Creek Tidal Pool, and this was the bumper boat area. In our first video, I did show a photo as to when this is in operation. Bumper boats used to pull at these little stalls here, and you could run around here, and the mini golf adjoins it. There's a little bridge there and the cave area. The water's still relatively clean. There's some garbage in there, but you can see the bottom. I wonder if that was their mascot or just how they came up with that. But up here though, this building, as I mentioned, was occupied last time. There was people working here, and now there's windows broken. It's like completely destroyed. So just in a year's time, things have really changed for the worse. And this is a building that's in good condition too. These are all like sliding doors here, glass doors. All these broken windows though, it's a shame. I'm thinking though that this is themed after coal mining, because this building is built like a colliery. And the theming though, we saw the mill over there. I think it's themed after coal mining. Make sure too guys, if you are enjoying this revisit and update look at this resort, give the video a thumbs up. Oh, wow. It's like a caterpillar. Visit a look here at Mountain Manor Resort here in the Poconos. Very sad situation as to what happened here with the fire. Places like this we always hope are going to be preserved or renovated into something else, or maybe even bought out and changed into a new business, but unfortunately this one wasn't the case. With a case of arson or homeless people destroying the main structure, it's too far gone to even try to salvage it. The recreation area though is still pretty cool. I did initially say there's no greens left, but it looks like the greens are just so far overgrown they're almost hard to see from the air, and also walking around. A lot of foliage and debris and other material covering it up. But again, this is what we do and why we do it, to help preserve these places, because not everyone has a happy ending. But don't forget our first video back from May 2018 will be linked down below in the video description, as well as a link to his video channel. But that video though does cover the whole resort. It does have details about the history of it. It does show photos when it was in operation. It helps to give you a whole visual as to how this place used to look if you were to come here for yourself, for a golf retreat, for a wedding, for a party, or even with your family. But you want to share your thoughts?
It's pretty sad to see what happened. I mean, this could, I think it could still be salvageable over here, the water park.
Yeah, that part.
The rest over there it's gone. It's really a shame. But it's hard to even see where you were even at, to remember how, like, where we were at the time. Because we were here for a couple hours filming that day. So, but I will also have a picture show on my channel, Good Day for Decay. So check it out.
Yeah, if you like his videos, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Do the same for mine as well if you're new to my channel. I do have playlists with a bunch of different categories of videos. I do want to say though, if you plan on coming here for yourself, understand that it is posted. We didn't go into any of the buildings. We just shot everything visually from the outside. There's a lot of traffic here, a lot of people that still live in the area, so you don't want to really do anything negligent to get yourself in trouble, but you could view it from a distance like we did. Having the drone up in the air really gives you a good perspective as to how it looks now that the main structure is gone. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed today's video and our adventure here, please give the video a big thumbs up. It means a lot. And it's free and only takes a second. Don't forget to check out my merchandise shop where you can pick up shirts just like this one. I found a toy, which we did over there. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and check out my Patreon page, which helps fund future adventures. With that said, thanks so much for watching today. And until next time. We'll see you in the next video. There's actually an outhouse here. I wonder what's inside of it. Oh. Yo, can I get some privacy? Sorry, I didn't see you in there.